is my journey, and I am so glad you are joining me. Thank you for checking out another episode of Car Conversations. So today I am on the way to another technology training session. I was doing so well this morning. I was in such good spirits because of my time management capabilities, and then I hit a snag. And his optimism was in full bloom. It was in full effect, honey, and I really have not recovered. I was supposed to be there at 5. It is now 5:17, and I have about 15 more minutes drive to go. Yes, I'm nothing if not consistent, okay? But anyway, I just wanted to come on real quick. I am just so, I'm overwhelmed right now, just because there is so much going on in my life. I have a complicated life. I said that in my introduction. Hopefully you checked it out and you are aware and you are up to date. But yes, I have a lot going on. I have a lot of responsibilities. And therefore, because of the fact that time management is just not one of my better suits, and I struggle in that area, I am constantly rushing. It's just absolutely crazy, and I'm in the process of rearranging some things in my home. I had to vacate my office so that someone was able to utilize my office for a period of time, and I was not able to relocate my organizational tools, nor was I able to maintain and utilize my organizational processes and procedures and files. My organization no longer exists. And although I would definitely do it all over again, I just didn't think things through. Had I done so, I would have probably been able to plan a little better and be able to maintain at least some of my organizational processes. But since I haven't, and they were all uprooted, they just didn't exist anymore. And therefore, it has been crazy trying to function. If you saw my video where I explained, I thrive in organization, and I struggle in disorganization. So my life right now is disorganized, but it's only a temporary thing. It's only for a season. So yes, I am a little overwhelmed with things right now, but that is why I wanted to come on, talk about it, because I know that I'm not the only one that struggles with it, and it's very easy to become overwhelmed. Some people actually thrive in chaos. I'm not one of them. I really thrive in an organized setting, and so because of the struggle, and if you are like me, because of that struggle, it is easy to become overwhelmed when there are so many different pieces and they are in a chaotic placement or chaotic spacing. And I wanted to just give a little bit advice about handling things when you're overwhelmed. The first thing that I have found that really works is deep breathing. When you breathe deeply, it sends a message to your brain to calm down and relax. The brain then sends this same message to your body. So all those things that happen when you become stressed or overwhelmed, such as increased heart rate, or you're breathing fast, or high blood pressure, all of those things decrease as you breathe in deeply and relax. I had this situation, and it was just absolutely insane. I was just, heart beating fast, frustrated, aggravated, the whole bit. And so I decided to try deep breathing, and I just went in a private space and I did deep breathing. I did it, and it worked. My heart rate slowed down. I felt calmer. So deep breathing in a place where, you're away from whatever the thing is that is causing you to be overwhelmed. You definitely need to be in a private space. I'm sure that it would probably work even if you were in that chaotic situation or chaotic spacing, just kind of blocking everything out and really closing your eyes and just deep breathing. It really works. The second thing is prayer. Although prayer is mentioned secondly, it doesn't necessarily have to be in that order. The purpose of placing deep breathing first was so that your mind and your body would be calmer when you begin to speak to your Creator. For those of you who do not know, prayer is simply talking to God. Please don't let anyone tell you that you have to pray a certain way for God to hear you. God is not impressed with big, empty words or long prayers spoken in vain. You can read Matthew chapter 6, verses 7 and 8 for that explanation. As long as you pray from your heart, and that means real, honest intentions, God listens. He already knows your heart. God hears and He will answer. All you have to do is believe. And remember, sometimes you might get an answer that you don't like. But all things work together for the good of them that love God, for the good of them that are called according to His purpose. That's Romans chapter 8, verse 28. You can even do that, pray while you're doing that deep breathing. Because, honey, when you tell Jesus about it, and then Jesus starts to move and work in it, it's a done deal. I guess maybe that deep breathing and prayer can go simultaneously together. Prayer definitely works. And the third thing is a realization, a mindset that you cannot do everything at one time. You are only one person. You have to release that pressure that you have taken on, that you have adopted as your own. Sometimes we take on things and put weights on our shoulders that don't even belong there. Sometimes we put weights on our shoulder that we don't even have control over. You just said something. And that sounds crazy. It does, but you're right. It's so true. You take on things that you yourself can't have no control over it, but yet you take on the worry for it.
Somebody say amen.
You take on the thought process that you have to do something about it, but that's impossible. It's impossible. You can't do anything about it. For instance, dealing with someone, a loved one, and I say a loved one because only my loved ones, have my heart entangled around them. Somebody just off the street, they can't affect me like my loved ones can, because I don't have that deep concern. Now, yes, I'm not saying that I don't care about a stranger. A stranger, I'll do whatever I can for them. But my heart, my very soul is not invested in it. If they don't accept my help or get what I'm trying to tell them that's going to help them, it's easy for me to say, okay, I tried, and walk away, right? Because it's so easy for me to say, there's nothing I can do. If they don't accept my help, if they don't take my advice, my sound advice, not something that I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about experience advice, and they don't take it, what can I do? I can't do nothing. So it's easy to walk away. But when it's my family, when my heart is like we're all wrapped around it and they don't get it, or they're bent on being self-destructive, it's like I can't stop. I have to find a way to make them understand. I have to find a way to get through to them. There has to be one word, one verse, one phrase. There's something out there that is going to boom, wake them up. The light bulb's going to come on and they're going to get it. But that's just not true. My heart can't tell me it's not true, honey. My heart will stop beating, trying, because of the love that I had for them, right? So those type of pressures that you take on to yourself, when you really have no control over the situation is really futile. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy because you can't do anything to affect it. That's the things that you have to pray and give over to God, because he's the only one that can handle it. And let me tell you something else. I'm gonna do like that guy, I don't know what his name is, I have to find out, where he says, come here. You know, and all of a sudden he's in your face. I got to do one of those right now. Come here. I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna just move up closer, okay? Come here. Are you listening? I done forgot what I was gonna say playing It ain't, it's a shame. And that was good. What was I getting ready to say? Oh, I'm hot. Playing around, I play too much. Because God gives us free will. If you don't have a mindset to change, you will never change. He's not going to force you. He's not going to make you. God wants you to choose. Choose ye this day whom you're going to serve. You have to make a choice. So if you don't choose to allow God to help you,
you won't be helped.
So true, so true.
So a lot of those type of decisions for self-help, you have to make those decisions for yourself. And that's why it's so sad when people are self-destructive. I know someone, and I'm not going to say any names, of course, but love them dearly. But they have such self-destructive behaviors that they have caused literal chaos to break out in their life. Their health is not good because of decisions that they've made, decisions that they were warned about, but yet they still made those decisions. I talked until I was blue in my face, till I literally had no breath in my body left to give, to try to get them to wake up and understand, and they didn't until it was too late. When it's too late, when you make up your mind and it's already too late, the situation has already worsened to where now you are going to have to suffer. You're going to have to sleep in the bed that you made when all you had to do was wake up. It's sad. It's tragic. It's a tragic life story when you are self-destructive, when you hurt your own self. I'm telling you, I feel like just writing a book on it, because, you know, if I can just help one person to wake up and realize that tomorrow is not promised. You can literally, and I'm getting emotional. Oh my gosh. Wow. Because it is so sad to me. It is so sad that someone with so much potential in their life can literally ruin it because of self-destructive behaviors. And it's not even, you know, there's people in life that don't have any wise instruction. There's no one there that can tell them or instruct them on the things to do to get out of their situation or change their mindset. So, you know, at least they have an excuse in that regard. But someone that has someone there practically begging them to wake up before it's too late, and then it gets too late, and to see it is just devastating. It devastates me. So I really hope that today someone listening will hear me, and not just hear me audibly, but really listen to what I'm saying. Just take a minute and stop. Look in your history, look in your past, and see all of your decision making, and really see why it didn't get better. Because you kept making the same decisions. You kept doing the same thing. They say insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. you gotta wake up, you gotta change, you gotta do something different. You gotta change your mindset because you're better than that. You have the capability. God has given you all that you need to live a successful life. And I don't mean success in financial success or fame or fortune or anything that way. I'm talking about a happy, fulfilled life. You have everything in you in order to do that. You just gotta change your mindset. You gotta change your actions. You gotta change your thought process. Because you are better. You can do better. And life can be better. But it's not going to be if you do not stop making those same decisions. It's okay to have moments of being overwhelmed. Just let it be a moment though. Don't let it last too long. It's okay to cry, but just don't keep crying. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to be sad. All of those things are emotions that God gave us, and it's okay. But don't stay in that place too long. Okay? I hope today was a good day for you. I hope that you were being loved on. I hope that you were able to love on someone else. And if not, then I pray that for you tomorrow. I'm at my destination, so I'm going to sign off. I thank you so much for joining me. You take care now, you hear? And I'll see you next time, right? Okay, take care. Bye.
Remember, Jesus loves you.